We're going live.
All right.
Hey, Paul, how close are you to the border?
About 4 hours away right now.
Oh, okay. Because we were wondering what about your location was.
You were wondering what, Robert?
Where your location? Chad and I were talking about where you were located, and we didn't know
okay.
exactly.
Well, I mean, I grew up an hour.
Yeah.
Now I just a little further.
Here we go. 10. How you doing, everybody? Thanks for joining us today for another Rolling Over the Hill right here on the Live to Roll channel. And thanks to all of you for being part of the Live to Roll family. Before we get started, let's thank our sponsors, mobility professionals and urology professionals. They're very good at what they do, and that is providing the best in a variety of medical equipment and urology supplies, along with excellent customer service. So if you are in need of a wheelchair, rehab equipment, or catheters, give them a call or check them out on the web. On today's show, we'll be sharing more product reviews for our community. Please include your questions, comments, and views in the chat, and don't forget to hit that like button. Hi, everybody. My name is Robert Soto. I'm a T12 spinal cord injury from a motorcycle racing accident 52 years ago. Let's get rolling and get the show started. And the whole crew's here today. My co-hosts Chad, Paul, and Bobby. What's up, Chad? You're surviving?
Hello, everyone. Go Spurs, go. Yeah, I'm doing all right. My name's Chad Dismuk, C56 quadriplegic. Broke my neck diving in a lake 30 years ago. It'll be 30 years, I think on the 23rd of this month. So I'll finally hit the 30-year mark.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be alive.
Looks like
What's up, Paul?
Looks like you have a hangover from something last night.
From a bad Spurs loss.
And I think you live in San Antonio. Is that correct?
Say what?
You live in San Antonio, right?
I'm here in the Spurs city. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Paul? Tell us how you are. What do you know?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Glad to be breathing. Glad to be on this side of the dirt, I guess.
Yeah.
Paul Gustafson, spinal cord injury, quad, C56, motor vehicle crash. 42 years ago on July 7th. So coming up like you, Chad.
Wow.
I also just learned that my daughter has a good friend who actually is in town right now that lives in San Antonio. Her folks moved down there. I knew they moved to Texas, but I didn't know where. And she's a big Spurs fan.
Oh, that's great.
It goes across the country, my friend. Over to you, Bobby. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome in. C5, C6, quadriplegic, Bobby Rohan. You know what? I've been saying 30
6 years for the last 6 months, I think, right? But it's 30. Somebody was like, no, that's 37. And I was like, okay. So I don't know. Who knows? Losing count. It was a bicycle accident, and life is good. Yeah, that was our old timer I was playing. So I saw we got new music, but no, old but new.
Okay. Is that why the expression when we first started? Wasn't sure what was going on.
No, I'm just glad it came on and people are seeing this.
Uh,
You guys don't know what just happened like 10 minutes ago. Like, I lost everything. And okay, but we got a big show. You tell it, Robert.
Okay, so we've always kind of enjoyed doing these shows where we do product review, and it seems like we always kind of find some things out there. I know for me, it's hard because there's not a lot of stuff I use, but there's what I am intrigued by is a lot of the technology and stuff like that, and things that are out there that make all our lives easier. But anyway, so Bobby, you want to show what one of the things that I submitted that I saw at the
Need some
expo,
music.
and then
I know,
yeah.
because it's,
We're lucky we're even on the air right now.
I know.
We're lucky to even be here.
We had everything. I had everything laid out. You tell me the first
And then
product.
he does. Okay, so let's
here.
do that.
There you go.
Let's do that EV. Yeah, okay. This is the strut, the EV1, and it's I saw it at the expo, and there's a lot of people interested in it. And I've been talking to a couple people that have some mobility companies, and they're starting to become dealers for it. And so what this thing is it breaks apart in like 5 pieces, I think, and it fits in most trunks and things like that. It's about 130 pounds, and it's a fully technology. You can map it out, like if you use it around your house or anything like that, you can map it out without ever even touching the joystick. It'll go wherever you need it to go. When you map it out, it'll stop if there's some obstacle in the way, if a pad or anything like that. So they're getting that technology, and each wheel has its own motor. So it's pretty good to get around outside and different places and things like that. And I don't know how it would be to use all the time, but if you need to go someplace and transporting the full power chair sometimes is an issue, and this one you can actually break it down. And it's just the technology. There's a website out there on techtimes.com that kind of do a review on it, and then again also the website itself for it. But I just was fascinated by it because technology is really focused in on this product here. And like I said, I would use it for just for long journeys and stuff like that, because I use a smart drive, and that's okay, but there's certain terrains that it's not going to work. This will do pretty good in the dirt and grass and all that stuff. And it's like the front wheels are doubled up, so you get a little bit better traction. And there with each wheel having its own motor, there's a pretty good it's like 4-wheel drive type stuff, that it's just nice. And I've more I kind of just been seeing it because it's coming out a lot now. And again, the price is the price of like some of these power assists. It's like $7,500, $8,000 or something like that, which isn't bad because you pay $7,000 for some of these other ones, plus $7,000 plus for the front power assist, and you're getting a whole chair here.
It sucked. I couldn't find a picture that it was broken down, like how much.
Yeah, there's one of the things I sent you showed the video on it, but I don't know if it was accessible to you for you to open it. But it shows it breaks down, and I think the heaviest piece on it, and I don't, because they show each piece how it breaks down and what's the heaviest. But the battery is like I think 14, 15 pounds. The biggest or the heaviest part of the thing is like 40 pounds, I think. So I mean, it's really not that bad, too, if you have somebody who'd be with you. I mean, and most of the time, But like for me now, I wouldn't mind having this, but I would use it where I would just transfer it just roll it into my van and just transfer from there. I think I could do that. I'm not sure, but one of the guys I bumped into the other day as a dealer for me says if I wanted to try it out, I can. He's got one. So, but anyway,
cool.
just for the price. I'm just, the price, you can't beat it, man. I mean,
But
heck,
isn't another feature is like it won't hit the walls. Like it's got
yeah,
that
it's got,
detection.
yeah, it's got it. If you have it mapped out, like I said, you don't have to touch it. And if you transfer something like that, I mean, the chair will come to you wherever you're at. Like say you transferred, someone's out messing around with it, you can hit the button and it'll come back to you. So like it's a lot of the technology they have in the cars now, like especially like the Teslas, it'll stop, it'll break itself without you having to do anything. It'll stop. It won't run into walls. In fact, they showed on one of the videos on the website. It shows that they blindfolded a guy and he's in the chair and they sent him on this little track, and it's a curved track, and he's blindfolded and the chair takes him through that without hitting the walls and all that stuff. It's got all this sonar and all that stuff. I mean, the technology is here now. Things are going to change. The pricing on this, but I mean, especially with the people that are using the full power chairs, it's gonna downstream to them as well. All the power stuff now. I just amazed with the technology. I just like technology. It's come such a long way compared to when I first got hurt and big old clunky chairs.
But I think I forget where, maybe it was on East Coast Rollers. They were talking about the wall, maybe our channel, but talking about
Yeah.
our walls being so scraped up. I mean,
Yeah.
that that would kind of
Well,
be
yeah, because and like I said, I mean, you can map it however you want, especially outdoors. You can have it. I know the speeds are limited on it, but it's only because of the the computer that has a governor. But I'm sure there's going to be people that find ways to work around that. But it's pretty nice. And there's one of the girls that is husband has a mobility company. He's now being the dealer with it. She was using one and did a whole. Chelsea, she's got one. And they went on a little trip. She had her daughter, and she goes, I mean, it's cool. And it's nice too because she can, when they go out riding bikes and stuff, she could be right there with them. And I mean, it works out pretty good. And they've got another thing coming out, power assist and stuff. There's a bunch of stuff out there. I just couldn't find a lot of it on the websites because I didn't really catch the name of the product in terms of who made it and all that. But it's right now, it's a good time because all these, what you're seeing on all these cars now and everything with all this computer technology it's downstreaming to motorcycles, wheelchairs. I mean, you name it.
That chair, like Jay was saying on Jerry Rig Everything, Cambry and Zach did a review of it too, so they got a good video of it on there.
Yeah,
where they what kind
I
of
like it. Like I said, everyone was at the expo. Everyone was trying it out, and they're going all around the place. And the guy that was, they're representing him, he had that wheelchair just going all over the place by itself, and he was just controlling it from where he was at.
Yeah.
And then people were in it. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice. Again, I'm all about the technology and the pricing on it.
So yeah, it looks like you have to. Is it pretty much the back and the seat cushion is all in one? That's a one kind of.
Yeah.
So one deal.
Yeah, you got the battery that releases, you got the bottom part, you got the seat, and there's one other piece because I think there's 5 pieces they said that break down.
It was the front end came off.
Yeah,
the front
something,
wheel. Yeah.
Because each wheel has its own motor, and it's got suspension. It's the good ground height and stuff. So like I said, I wouldn't mind having something like this as a power thing since I'm getting the years on me and my arms aren't as strong as they used to be. And you can go places. A lot of these places are all dirt trails and stuff like that, and this thing handles it pretty good.
Well, I mean, for the price, like you say, the amount of tech that's in that for the price, that's very reasonable.
Yeah, really. That's what I thought. I go, wait a minute, there must be some typo.
Yeah.
But no.
That's cool.
And what is it called again?
Strut EV. It's STRUTT EV1. And this is, who knows what the next versions are going to come, what they're going to be, So pretty nice. Yeah, in fact, Chad, it was just down a couple booths from where we were at the expo. And that booth was pretty busy. Yeah. Well, yeah, because, we're busy at the booth, but that booth was one of the other ones that were real busy. There was a lot of people interested in that thing.
Huh.
So
I wonder if there's adjustability. Okay. Can it be customized in its adjustability
Oh
to
yeah,
us?
I'm sure there is. Yeah, yeah. There's like I said on the website. It's there. I send it out to you guys. Tech Times was one of the articles on it that where they did a lot of it. But and then there's if you go on to just look up um, the Strut EV1 wheelchair. They have a lot of information out there, and there's videos and shows you on the breakdown and stuff like that. So it's good. It's
Yeah.
good stuff. Then on the other end of the spectrum, for me, I had submitted um, Cush Pocket,
well, let's.
and
I wanted to talk
go ahead.
about that because for anybody that didn't join us on Tuesday, we featured this product, and we had them on, and we're doing a giveaway today. So there, we did one on Tuesday, and we're doing one today. So at the end of the show, I'm gonna tally up whoever gives us um, items that for our next product review uh, that they would like us to feature. Whoever gives us the most products will get the Kush back. So there it is. Whoever can look for products that they can submit, and we will save them and feature it on our next product review. So go ahead, Robert.
Okay, so the Cush Pocket, I know I'm really into these things. I have one myself. There's three different sizes right now. I think they have the medium, large, and extra large. And but I first got turned on to them. There was a smaller one that they had, and I have it right here. It's the let's see where we're at here. Can't see. Anyway, it's the smaller one that was first came out was 6 inches, I think. And I used to use it for my wallet, a cell phone, and my keys and stuff like that. And it worked out pretty good. I don't think this is available anymore, and I'm not sure because I know I watched the show on Tuesday and they didn't mention anything about the small bag. So, but I have a medium bag now, and it's great. I mean, I put a lot of stuff in it. It's not like a backpack, where you because I do a backpack, but every once in a while, depending on what I'm going to have in it. But this is with me all the time. Put my keys, my cell phone, my wallet, all this other stuff that I use, and it holds a lot. It'll hold catheters and water, so they're really good and really really useful, and they're not in the way. Again, I don't know. For me, it's great. I don't know how it is with dexterity issues with your hands. I'm not sure how applicable it is to that. So I don't know if you guys have any feedback on that with the Cushbog, but anyway, I use it and it's great.
It's got nice loops on the zipper, so it would be decent.
Yeah, and then that one I was talking about, Bobby, can you remove that picture for a second? Because this is the one I have. This is the first one I had here, and God, I can't get this camera thing. And it's a smaller one. And so what happened? What it is
You're the
you
opposite.
have this. Yeah, you have this part here that goes under the cushion on your wheelchair and holds, and then this front part here is the bag. It's got a flap, then the zipper part up here. So, but it's a small one, and that's the first one I started using, and I liked it. And then when they
Yeah, they
What was
don't have
that?
the small one on the they don't have the small
Yeah,
on the website anymore. But what
yeah,
size
it's
is
the this one is 6 inches wide. The medium one that I have, I think, is 8.5, 9 inches, and
okay.
that's pretty good size. But then they have another one that's bigger than that. That's 10.5. I mean, they can get pretty big, as wide as
Yeah,
your chair is, the seat chair, your seat is. Just depends on what you carry in it. For me, the medium is enough for me.
I don't know if I could reach in there and grab anything out of it just with
Yeah,
these
again, yeah,
hands of mine.
yeah,
And I was talking to the creator, Jason, about it and just mentioned, where I don't know if this is like for you, Paul, where when we lean forward now, I used to be able to do it, but now I have my frame tapered in. So, but they mentioned like putting it on the back. They're thinking of making smaller ones. So stay
yeah.
tuned. Um, they'll probably make some great stuff out there.
yeah. Well, like I said, the small one is pretty nice. Like I said, it's for the essentials, your wallet, keys, phone, it's right there. And again,
Yeah.
the zipper part, you don't have to zip it closed. Just keep it open, if you want.
Keep it open. That's because I do the same thing. I can still reach in that on mine, even with my
Yeah,
tapered
yeah,
frame.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
use
Because
one so
mine, I,
because
yeah, because I don't zip mine closed all the time. Because if I'm going to be going in and out of it, I'll zip it halfway or something, maybe where I can still get into it. So, but yeah, no, it's definitely good quality product.
Hmm. And like you say, you don't have to have it right up there in the front. You can pretty much position it wherever you want it, I guess.
yeah,
Well, I think he was talking about side mount ones, and then about one putting it on the back. Because a lot of the rigid chairs have that. What's that bar across the back? The stabilizer.
rigid.
Rigid.
Yeah, the rigidizer. Yeah, yeah. So you put something on that. I mean, I don't know. I like it where underneath the seat because it's kind of hidden and stuff like that. So it
Mm-hmm.
works. It works for me. Again, like everything else, there's some people they're useful for and some that aren't. And
Well, I can see
both.
it. If you have something like the power chair,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can spread your legs a lot further apart and then reach down
yeah,
underneath. So,
yeah,
or put it on the armrest.
yeah.
yeah.
Does that piece that slides under the seat cushion come off if you wanted to mount it somewhere else?
No, it doesn't. But it's not easy. It would be easy to remove. But
Yeah,
the whole purpose of this thing is just because this slides over and it's not going to move. It's not going to fall out.
yeah, yeah.
And you have Velcro on it. And it sticks to the Velcro on your seat. But
Yeah.
again, this one was cool. I like the smaller one as well because there's lots of times where I don't need the big one if I'm just going to do a little restaurant thing and come home or something.
I used to just keep my phone and my wallet in it.
Yeah,
You know,
that's it. Mine
don't
was
need-
my phone, wallet, and keys. Yep.
Well, and I
and
was telling him, all you need to make me is something that I can attach to my keys that would keep my license, couple dollars, and that's it. That's all I want. I don't like to carry a big, I don't like to carry a lot of stuff when I go out now. I get nervous. People look at it.
and I don't like I carry a
Yeah.
wallet. I never need anything in the wallet anymore. All I need is one card and, like you say, a couple of
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah. And you barely need a card anymore if you have
Yeah, that's right.
a smartphone and you trust it. And
You
I've
just
never
tap.
had a problem. It's the tap, with your phone.
Yeah, that's a little too convenient, though, man. I was because if you had to dig your wallet out and get your card out, it's like, well, I guess I really don't need that right now. Go to your phone and say, yeah, I'll grab that. Tap.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
This is way too
This is what
easy.
I use. I use a little pouch right here. Shit. Just like a little bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not what I use.
A little zipper bag. And I stick it on the side of my chair and then just unzip it and be able to get in there just with a couple cards, a little cash, and my ID. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's similar to that thing you just showed, but it doesn't have that rigid
Yeah.
board on it
Yeah.
to hold it.
It doesn't have the board to go underneath the cushion which holds in place. But yeah, like I said, I've been a fan of it for a while. Once I found out about Cushbog, I mean, I've had that little one for a long time.
Hmm.
What's the name of the company again?
Cush Pocket.
Cush
C U
Pocket.
C
Yeah.
U S H. So it's basically on the bag.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And yeah, cushpocket.com.
so they got different sizes. Check them out. And like I said, anybody in the chat giving me products for our next review, I see Rob is working away at it. So you're in the lead, Rob. But anybody else has products, let me know. Go for it, Paul.
what do we got coming up here?
You tell
Yeah,
me. What do you?
oh, just
Yeah. Just
all right.
roll
Do
it.
the Lift Boy. I thought the Lift Boy was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Which one?
So I don't know if you've heard of. Can you find it even?
I don't know. This sucks. That would happen. The lift ball. Hey, describe it. I'll find it here.
It's the lift for the side by side. So if you've heard of
Lift boy.
Yeah, Sure Grip hand controls, which is a fairly large hand control company, they also make hand controls for off-road type of vehicles like side by sides and such.
Oh, I
And I
know.
was looking on their site the other day, and they also make something called a Lift Boy, Liftiboi.
Oh, there it is.
And it's a little lift that mounts on the side of your side by side. There you go. Mounts on the side of your side by side, and it'll go up and down. So it would go down, so it's a seat that you transfer onto, and then
Is this
slide over onto it.
does
Then
this
it
go,
raises you up to the
uh,
seat, and you got to transfer back on to the side by side.
does it go
Cool.
in cars too, or just this type of
Yeah,
vehicle?
I've seen them on
Yeah,
trucks where they have the
yeah,
super arm in the back or whatever it is.
yeah. So they make a different. There's a different brand that makes them for vehicles, but this one is specifically designed for side by sides.
Cool.
So the road stuff. Now,
So
looking
what?
at the video of it, it
Hold
would be
on,
a little dicey for a quad because
Paul,
there's no
hold on.
backrest or anything.
Paul, hold on. I'm gonna bring in
Yeah,
our guest. I'm gonna bring in our guest real quick because
yeah.
we
All
have.
right.
I'm bringing in a guest to talk about something that just came out, and a couple people are testing it. Where are you? Let's see, Joe's
Ju-
Juice in the house. What's up,
Juice.
Juice?
Whoosh.
Man, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got you.
This is new for me. Ecamm? What's Ecamm?
Yeah.
Something way
It's what
beyond your.
it's what
I
puts
guess
you
so.
on the air right now.
Well, now that you have me here, let's talk about life insurance. Ecamm. I'm joking. All right, yeah. Thanks for having me, Bobby. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert, how are you? What's up, Soto?
Hey, good Juice. Good to see you.
All right. Tell us about your product, Juice, and because I
It's
know
not
you.
my product. First of
Well,
all,
not
it's
your
not my product.
product, but I brought you on because
Your review.
it's your
Yeah, yeah.
review because you were, oh, this is great, and I know you're gonna give us the good, the bad, the ugly
I'm
about this.
I'm gonna give you my 100% review on what I think of. So it's called the Klaxon Twist. So yeah, there it is. So I believe it's new to the market here in the states. So I went to my doctor back in last year. I got a new chair. It was time for a new chair. And then I asked for a power assist only because I mean I take the family out to the zoo. So there's a lot of hills, amusement parks. So instead of my wife pushing me, I asked if hey, is it possible for me to get power assist? So this came to mind, which what one of my not my doctor, but the vendor told me about, and sure enough, I got approved. So it's a Klaxon Twist. It's a 3-in-1. So it's basically like a smart. You can use it as a smart drive in the back of the chair, or you can put an attachment in the front of the chair, right? You see right there that bar, and you can also you put on a third attachment like a scooter device. Can I share my screen, Bobby?
No, unfortunately not.
You can't. I can't. Okay, because I was
No.
going to show you a picture of what I have. It's the same thing, but I was going to show you what it kind of like how you can attach it. But you can go on Instagram. You can go anywhere. Just Google Klaxon Klaxon twist, so you can see what it looks like. Now,
It's made by who?
Klaxon,
Klaxon.
yeah,
Klaxon's a company. Yeah, they make
Klaxon.
they make hand cycle like what we have for hand cycles too, Bobby,
Oh,
and they make a Baytech unit as well.
So it's a Klaxon. I believe it was one X. Let me just now with one X Klaxon twist. All right, here's what I was told. 13 miles. The battery lasts 13 miles. It's really it's actually very light battery. You can remove it. It's safe for travel, flight. You can easily remove it. You can adapt. You can charge it up. 13 miles. So here's what happened. I took it to SeaWorld this weekend. It only lasted 2 hours.
nah.
Oh man.
I don't know. Yeah, 2 hours of charge. I don't know if it was the way I charged it. I could have sworn I charged it overnight, but as soon as I got to SeaWorld, I started noticing that the little lights started like dying on me. And I was freaking out, right? But yeah, it only lasted 2 hours. So I have not tested it again, like for a long period of time. But I will hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So I'll give you another review. But other than that, I mean, I like it. It you can it writes really smooth. It goes 12 miles per hour. Um,
Do you
it
think
also
you not? Do you think? Okay, one or two things. Did you not have it charged enough, or
that's what I'm thinking. So again, so when I got it, I know I needed to be charged, so I charged it. I don't know if it's fully charged because I wasn't like babysitting it, but I do know that it had three little blue lights when I turned it on.
How
Those
long
little
did you
three.
let it charge?
That's what I was. That's what I'm trying to like remember because I'm pretty sure I had it on for more than 3 4 hours charged. And the manual does say charge it for 3 hours, and then after when it's fully charged, it actually shuts off automatically.
Hmm.
there's one time like I have my hand cycle, and one time I just it was I had it plugged in and then I put the battery in for some
Yeah,
and I had to reset everything and unplug it and plug it back in before I noticed it really doing the charge. I don't know if you've ever had that, Paul, on yours.
No, I remember when that happened to you, but no, it hasn't happened to me.
So maybe you had
Yeah,
to do something like that. But yeah, I think you're full. Um, and you're at San Diego too, with
yeah.
a lot of hills, right?
But SeaWorld did not have a lot of hills. The zoo does have a lot of hills.
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
SeaWorld's
so
SeaWorld's pretty level.
SeaWorld's pretty good. And I mean, I weigh 225, right? And I know there's a factor to that. Stop me doing that face. Hey, I was 300.
Yeah,
Relax.
yeah.
But yeah, so I know there's a factor to the weight, right? There's a factor to the hills. There's all these different factors. That was just my review. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. But other than, what's the crazy part is like everything was like flat level, but as soon as it died, I took it back to the car, and then the next attraction that we saw was the dolphins attraction, and that one for you to get there, you have to go up some ramps. I'm like, man, wish I
Yeah.
had it at the time, but no. So the other thing I've had seen some reviews on it, and it does not ride as smooth as if you had a smart drive. I have noticed that when I do, yeah, exactly. When I do right without the scooter attachment, it's hard for me to turn right or left. It's really not that easy
Like it
for you.
drags. It drags.
Yeah, it's hard for you to maneuver it. The easiest way for you to maneuver it is if you have like the scooter attachment.
Which we have, and I think if you really look at how the that wheel is really wide, but if you look at this, whoops, at this one scooter attachment is like the smart drive. See how these are independent, like they roll this way and they roll
Yeah,
Yeah,
around
that's
and
like the
right.
smart drive, like the smart
yeah,
drive wheel.
yeah. It doesn't have that.
yeah, and I think that's why it's probably hard to turn. Here you can get a better view of those. So that's like the smart drive, but on the front. And this one is called the Wheel Move, and it's brand new. The one thing I would say about this is how far it sticks out. I mean,
yeah.
it sticks out pretty far.
Yeah, you
Also, it
use
does
that. It
not.
affects that turning radius.
Yeah, it doesn't do well in grass.
That's what she said.
Noted.
Noted. I mean, listen. I'm happy with it. It's just obviously there's going to be some pros and cons with everything. It's better than what I have, right? At least my wife doesn't have to worry about pushing me up those hills anymore. But
Yeah, yeah,
it's. I mean, insurance paid got it, so I'm happy with it.
yeah,
Um,
We
I'm
got
sure it's user error when it came to the batteries. I'm pretty sure. If
yeah.
not, then I'll just talk to them and see what we can do.
well, we're gonna have you back on and
Yeah,
test it out a little bit more. I asked you to come on because I'm like, oh, this. You told me about it a couple weeks ago at dinner, and I was like, oh, you know what? Uh, it's something new out there. So a 3-in-1. So I wanted you to come on. I know you tested around the apartment building when it's a
Mhm.
scooter. That's how you really used it. How was
Correct.
that feature?
Felt great. No, it was good. Like I said, it's smooth. It runs really well. The turning radius is pretty good. I mean, I love it on flat surface.
And like,
What type of manual are you riding in?
It's just a quickie Nitrum.
Have you seen that Impulse M90 that they've got with those power wheels for that?
Mm-mm.
It's adaptable for that Nitrum, um,
What is it
and
called?
basically it's Impulse M90,
Yeah, they're the power.
EMPULSE M90, and it's like emotion wheels, but it
I see
has
it.
a wireless joystick, and so um, yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of
those.
kind of cool. I'm
Oh,
looking
I
into
see.
trying to get to those. But yeah, because that I've got an Nitrum in there myself, that I thought about putting something like this on it just to give me the power assist adaption for it. But that's another new thing that's out there. Um, sorry,
Yeah,
Bobby. I was just thinking when he was telling me about that thing.
mm,
yeah. Sunrise Medical.
Yeah.
well, cool.
Uh,
Thank you, Juice, for jumping on and for
Yeah,
giving
of course.
product review. So
Thanks for having me.
yeah, yeah. But we'll catch
I
up
see
to
there.
you.
I see there's
We'll
20,
catch
20 of
up
you.
the next time we do our product review and give us a better review
You know
about it.
who has one as well? Charlie has one.
Okay.
So Charlie also has one. You might want to ask him as well. I mean, maybe he feels different than mine, but
And Bob, you said you know somebody, right? That
yeah,
would.
I know somebody that was having issues with his, so he just
what
got
was
rid
he?
of it.
What was he?
He's because he was having he was a smart drive user and he got into this because he liked the 3-in-1 piece, but he was having problems with the power of it going up hills because he has a slope in his backyard. The driveway goes up to another section of his yard, and it couldn't make it up it. So I mean, but again, everyone has different. That's there's so many things out there. Some things work for you the way you need it for what you need, and some things don't. So you find out what works for you, and that's how it is in our community. There's
Well,
always things that.
it's like you find out a lot of times the smart drive doesn't work for quads. They're just not quick enough.
I'm wondering if I can use it in the basketball court. Put the as I'm going shooting.
How heavy is it? Is it pretty heavy?
It's about 30 pounds, 35 pounds. It's pretty heavy. It's I mean the wheel. It's pretty heavy. It's
Oh,
definitely heavier than the smart drive.
so it does have a handle though, right? To lift.
It does have a handle. Yeah.
And was your wife able to lift it, Sarah?
No, I'm the one that was lifting it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's about.
Yes,
I mean, it says 18.5 pounds, but without the battery. But it was heavier than that.
yeah, because like that same thing for me. I need stuff that's lighter for me. My arms don't handle the weight and shoulders and stuff like that. So that's why I like lighter weight things, especially when because I'm looking for the trike, the front power assist stuff. And I want a lighter one. But yeah,
Well,
cool.
thank
All
you
right,
so
Juice.
much, Juice.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All
All
right.
right,
Well,
man.
Thanks,
we'll,
Juice.
Take it easy. See you
Well
later.
done.
Bye.
we'll talk life insurance next time and the importance of it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you want to sponsor us? All
All
right,
right.
man. See you later.
Have a good one. All right.
Okay, so but I think it was just the way he charged it. Use your error on that.
It could.
Again, yeah, I just think, like I said, it's for what your needs are. And I for me right now, hey, we're starting all over. Oh man, fire the director.
Oh my.
Speaking of user error,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Ay,
you
guys.
you hit the wrong button again, huh?
Hit the.
stop playing with those buttons.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Quit
guys.
playing with them buttons, Bobby.
Okay,
Quit.
Bobby. We'll see you later. You take care
Oh
of the rest of the
God.
show.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to end the show early, man. Jesus. Unreal.
We're what did you do?
I thought,
This is the way not to do a podcast.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Unreal. That is funny.
Oh man.
No, it's not funny. I think we'll just finish it out like this and like in, I think like, oh, yeah, yeah. Sean, I need you back. I'm not doing this anymore.
Hey, so Bobby, I'm interested in that one front assist, power assist that has the wheel that's unidirectional.
Yeah.
What was that one all about? Because I'm
There's
curious to how does it hold the weight down on the front to pull? You know, how do you eliminate a lot of that power, that wheel spin?
it's probably got
Did
some.
you erase?
Are you
Yeah,
talking about this one?
yeah.
There's another one like that called the Smooth.
Oh, yeah. Smooth is for the rear though. The smooth
Oh, the
works on the
Smooth
back.
for the rear. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's for the rear.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
where I really see this one very handy is um, more if you're going out to the soccer field for your kids or grandkids, and
But how do you operate? Is it like you operate it like with switches or a
you
dial
know what?
or
Look into this one as much.
yeah?
Um, it just as I
Okay,
was
that's
searching products, it kind of came my way, and I took pictures of it because it looks like it was best product of 2026 at the CES, which is usually electronics. So they must have presented this. I, to me, the way it's looking, it's like the emotion wheels. If you give it a push, it will go. And I'm sure, like, if you start going downhill, it will slow you down.
yeah.
So it's hard
Because
to.
I'm looking at the way it mounts too. You know, because it clamps onto the down tubes. I mean, I'm just curious about because that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I don't, I mean, just as long as it's functional, because I don't need the handlebars or anything like that. I mean, handlebars are cool and that'll work, but if you can get away from them, it'd be okay too.
It looks like it pushed you up at a pretty weird angle, though. So then you got to ride with that wheelie like that the whole time.
Well, that's kind of like being in if you set it just right, um,
Yeah.
you're,
You don't have to worry about the cracks and everything on the
right.
roadway or
Need
the
it to go
sidewalk.
up. Like this guy, I mean, this looks like a loaner chair. I can't imagine this is somebody's chair because he's got the anti-tippers turned
Yeah,
backwards.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Those have to be the longest forks I've seen in a long time.
yeah,
Um,
those are the old school quadra
yeah,
forks.
this looks like,
Yeah,
a fixer-upper kind of chair. It's hard to say.
yeah. He's got the long forks with the small wheel. Those are made for a little bit bigger wheels.
Yeah,
Those forks.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Mm,
So
I know
Pick
with
it, pick it.
the scooter, like with the ones with the handle. So if you get any front wheel spin when you're going up a slope, like I got caught with mine once. It was in a building, but it was a tile floor that was really slippery. So I just went up backwards. And if you go up backwards, it worked really well.
Oh,
You
okay,
just,
that's good. That's cool.
yeah, because then all your weight, because then you're putting all the weight on that front wheel and it just pushed
Yeah.
her right up, no problem.
Well, I know it's true because I was talking to somebody and I looked at one of the trike ones, the front mount with the handlebars, and plus the newer ones are coming out with a lower gear and all that. When you start out, so you
Yeah,
eliminate that wheel
yeah,
spin. You know, so it
yeah.
gets you started, then you switch to the other gear.
Anti-slip stuff. But I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
those front wheel ones, they do have a lot of front wheel spin because they're electric, so all the power is there right now.
yeah. That
If you
torque,
don't
the
have a lot
immediate
of weight,
torque. Yeah,
and on
well,
mine, I got weights on it, so it helps. And
when I use my
yeah,
scooter, I mean, yeah, it works better going uphill when I lean forward, and then
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we Paul and I went and did this when Paul came out with his. We had our uh, scooters
big
together.
tech.
We went over
Yeah,
the freeway bridge, and so it's a ramp that goes, woo, 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 and then
yeah,
it's a walkway, and so going up that thing, if you're leaning back, your wheel is spinning, and if
yeah,
you're leaning forward, it's, you
yeah.
know,
It's kind of like when you're pushing up a hill, you got to lean forward and get some
Yeah,
torque
you
in
got to
it.
lean a little forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. We got
But
the one thing I was going to ask our audience, because we're not, I wanted you guys for the next show too. We're kind of now just winging it here, but I want people to put in their mouth sticks that any of you guys use out there. So anybody who uses a mouth stick, put in the chat. Let us know what you're using and why, and so we can feature it because I want to do more of this kind of stuff for our next one.
mhm.
Yeah.
And then we can go through these real quick. Environmental controls. This is something I use with the thermometer that I can control from my phone. So when you're in your bed, your air conditioning, if I had it, but my heater during the winter. So it's kind of cool. And then that white piece is you can get others. You have to buy other things. Is so you can keep different temperatures in different rooms. But it's great because I can do that from my phone. And then I don't know, Paul, you want to? Whoopsie, this one's out. But you want to talk one?
That the dog leash.
Yeah.
So something that I've found that works well to walk the dog is these are like a hands-free dog leash, and I wear it across like a cross-body leash. So I put it over one shoulder and around, and then the leash actually comes on top of my arm. So when I'm pushing or if I'm on the scooter, the leash doesn't get tangled up in the tires. It took a
Okay.
while to figure out how to use it the best, but if you use it as a crossbody, the leash drapes over top of your arm. That one in the picture is quite long. Mine's a bit shorter than that. And then the dog trots along. With the scooter I have, works really, really well because then you can get going up to a decent speed. And I've got a golden retriever laying down behind me here. So she likes to go fairly quickly. So once she gets trotting, the leash never gets tangled. So that worked quite well. Again, it took a few times to figure out how to make it work the best. And it did get tangled in the tires and got a little frustrating at first. But once I figured out how to droop it on top of my arm instead of underneath, then your arms are up. It worked pretty slick. Of course, you got to make sure you got a dog that's not going to pull you out of your chair too, because it
Yes.
is kind
Yeah.
of
Can I
crush.
speak on that real quick? That
Yeah,
speaking of dogs pulling them out of your chair, you can get those halties. I put it on my
yeah,
dog. It goes it's like
yeah,
goes around his nose, and then it's also
yeah,
got something go over his head, and then it attaches here in the bottom. It's ideal because then you have control of his head. It's
yes,
not you're not pulling on his neck, you're pulling on his face right here. So, and like I was always told, the body will follow the head. So
yeah,
and so that's it. I walk him, and he's a big dog. Hell, it's a big
yeah.
pit
Yeah,
bull. I
I
mean, he's
used to
a
have one of those with my old dog, and those Holties were great. They look like a
yeah,
muzzle, but they're not a muzzle.
yeah. It's not a muzzle. It's just basically it's a bridle for a dog.
It's a
You
bridle.
know,
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It's a bridle for a
yeah,
dog. Yeah, those work
and
damn good. That's a good idea, Chad. What do you use for a leash for the rest of it, Chad? Like just a regular
just
leash?
a shorter leash, and I put it around my arm all the way up here,
Yeah,
and then I go. I just, I can push, and he
and
stays with me.
you put it on top of your arm, eh? So it doesn't
I
get.
put it on top. I put it here on top of my arm, up by my bicep, and then I
Yeah,
wrap my lower arm around it a little bit,
Now
and
there
yeah,
was
I let
one
it.
I found. I didn't want to feature it. It like clamps to your chair, and then it has the leash that goes out um,
yeah.
with like
My
a
friend uses one of those.
pull.
Yeah.
But I
Uh-huh.
was
I
like,
used
I
to
want
do
to
it.
put this
What
on
I
a
used to do is I had a leg strap that went across my knees, and then one of those extender leashes. I would slide that in between my knees, and then it could go extend in and out if you wanted to, or you could lock it at whatever length. That used to work well with my old dog. I tried that with this one, but
Yeah, you just got to be careful they don't yank you out of the chair, because hell,
Yeah,
they'll fall over pretty easy. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, that's what I found that worked. I had a
I've
service
also,
dog. Me when I first broke my neck, and they introduced me to that Halti, and that's always been a go-to.
Yeah,
I've also seen those things that mount to a bike that actually have a kind of a bar that comes out and then the leash. I thought that would work if you mounted it to your chair. Um, and then it's not attached to you, your body. So the dog can't necessarily pull you out of the chair, but they could pull your chair.
Which,
You might have less control that way. It might, I'm not sure if it would work or not.
see, uh, Olivia had the one. This is what always scares me when I'm walking my dog too. Is one time I walked to of her dogs I saw, and one saw a squirrel and took off. Both dogs almost tore me out of my chair. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
oh, like I'm. This is me when I walk my dog. Where are you? Where because you never like the stupid cats around here. They hide and then they see my dogs and they like put their head out and like oh. So
See
that
what that's what I liked
multi.
when I had her on the scooter with mine because I could get going fast enough where she had to trot. So at the beginning of the walk, we'd go a little faster, and then and if she saw anything, it was too late because we were cruising. She just had to worry about running, not worry about chasing shit. And then
Yeah.
by the end of the walk, you slow down a little bit because she gets a little tired.
All right, let's go through. I wanted to feature this one. It was a coffee pot. It was, for those who want to just get their own cup. I had this on my counter, and I'm able to pull that lever down and pour a cup of coffee. So the water pours in on the side, the coffee goes on the top, and I can get my own individual cup. I
I
use
love
that.
that idea.
The problem with the Cuisinart, I saw another brand, but they only last like a couple years, and you are paying almost $100 for that coffee pot. But it's great to have independence. Chad,
So
talk about these real quick.
oh, those ADI push gloves. Yeah, I wear my ADI push gloves all the time. Um, there was that other, so there's those push gloves that are great. What I like about these push gloves is that I can use it more as a splint also. Stick my pen in there and different things. But they also make another one. Show that other brand of gloves, Bobby. Those right there. I've recently got a pair of those. Those are great. They free up my hand a lot more. Mine only has the one strap on it. So it's like that second picture there with the one strap, but and it really aligns the thumb real well. But the problem I find with those, the ones that are on the screen here, is that I can't use them as a splint, or as a as a what did I say? As a um, like a splint
Where you
or a
put,
cuff.
yeah,
Yeah, for my fork and different things like that.
right.
Um, but it does align my thumb a lot better versus these. But
So,
yeah, and it doesn't. And these here really hide the hand, which I love the exposure of the hand on those other ones. But yeah,
so
trying to integrate them into my day a little more.
I just had one thing about these gloves. They didn't last long for me. Um, they tore up really quick, and I'm, someone that goes out. And Paul can contest to this as I go out and do 3 miles. So, the one, what's the product website, um, Paul, where we get everything online? Oh,
um,
uh,
uh, active hands.
Active Hands. So I get these from Active Hands. So are pretty much like your AI gloves. Um,
Yeah.
they're stiff, and I mean this is a glove that's almost 2 years old, almost, but you can see just how much and this has like a very, very hard, almost like the one you were talking about, the harness gloves, like that, Chad. When they were all leather, that's the only thing that didn't last long for me, and that's just me because our push rims, when I like a lot of grip on mine, so it's like it takes a beating.
Yeah.
Paul, let's see here. What do you got left? Real quick.
If you just kind of pick a few. Okay, this is an adapted kayak. Creating Ability is the name of the company. They're down in just out of Minneapolis, and he's got lots of really great adaptations for kayaking. So that kayak there's set up with a really good seat. It's got extra pontoons you mount on the back for stability. There's a picture of a transfer board there too. He's got some really, really good quad cuffs to hold the paddle where you can actually release the paddle if you need to. It's just a really, really good setup. I realize something like this is a little more difficult. There's the different cuffs he's got too. A little more difficult to use independently. I know he does a lot of work with clubs and stuff or with groups with kayaks. Um, I happen to have some of our club's kayaks here at my house. I think I've got one, two, three, four of them right now that are all adapted like that. Um, they work really, really well. And then we've got a whole setup to get the kayaks to get myself into the kayak. We're using a Hoyer lift, and I have a Hoyer lift mounted on the side of a utility trailer, and the utility trailer is all rigged up to carry the kayaks. Again, it's not something
Nice.
you're going to do independently, but if you've got people to help you, it works really, really slick, and it's just so nice to get out on the water and paddle. It's just another it's like hand cycling. I know Bobby and I do a lot of hand cycling, and that feeling you get when you're out there pedaling is just so freeing. And I feel the same way about kayaking. You're
Um,
not going to go fast, but it's
well,
just fun.
Leon, it was more you want to talk about because you said with a desk chair, but it's more of a transfer seat, right?
That bench there at the bottom, yeah, that's more of a transfer bench that um, you got those big wheels to move the kayak around on land, so it get you into the water, and then that's a transfer bench where you would transfer across, and that's much better for somebody with triceps, like a low quad or a para, because you once you transfer onto that bench and you lift your butt up, and that piece that's sitting over top of the kayak moves out of the way, and then you can set yourself down in the kayak.
You
So
know,
it's not something I could use, but it works good for somebody that has the strength.
the best thing I think with that is you don't have to get that equipment. So many other clubs, throughout the United States and Canada have this equipment that if you look up on the internet and try to find accessible kayaking,
Mhm.
you can probably find a place, hopefully near you, or one day make it a good weekend or a week trip where you go do this on a lake somewhere.
Yeah,
Um, you don't have to own this. That's the great thing about it.
but that guy makes the best equipment. Like I agree, you don't need to own it, and that's where the clubs can own it, and that's kind of what we have here is the club owns it. I just happen to store it at my place.
Right.
But that from all the stuff that I've seen, and we when we first started, we went to the local hardware store and got some of those buoys from a that you use on the side of a boat, chunk of aluminum, tied them to the boats, went out there for stability, worked great. I actually used a piece of plywood as a backrest. I used duct tape to hang onto the paddle. It all worked. Wasn't super comfortable, wasn't really safe. But that creating ability stuff, and he's just a guy that had started it out of his backyard. Super nice guy, and he works a lot with the clubs and travels all over the states. I know he's in California quite a bit. And in the summer, especially, he goes to all the different places, clubs, and works with the groups and helps them out. So I really like his equipment. I like what he does. He's a really nice guy. Kevin is his name. Um,
Cool.
and he makes the equipment just works. It's just nice when it works, and it works for a quad. So And the cups actually for the paddle, if you did want to own your own set of cups, they're not expensive. He's very reasonably priced for stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
but you're right, Bobby. Owning that stuff is and storing it, moving it around, doing it by yourself, it's difficult. So
Yeah.
you need to working with a group works the best.
All right, and then we got just real quick, Robert. You want to talk about this one real quick because I know you've been
Yeah, yeah, that's the Vitaglide, and it strictly works pushing and pulling. You can set up the resistance on it, so you can push to where it fully extends your arms, and you can set up resistance on the pullback. And it's got, as you can see on the screen there, you can set up how long you want to do it, how many pushes you actually do. I do this at one of the adaptive gyms around the area here. I just started doing it like a few months ago, a couple months ago. It's pretty nice. It gives a good workout. Out of all the ones that's the easiest on my shoulders because I have shoulder damage and stuff. So it doesn't really irritate or bother much. Like some of like the hand cycle type thing. That really I've been using that hand cycle piece, but rolling backwards because that's what we really need. We're always pushing forward. We don't need that. So I've been using the rear motion, backward motion. That helps, but the Vitaglide is less intrusive on my shoulders. So again, you can control the resistance that you want, and it's pretty good. It's a good unit.
well, and it's pretty cool. It looks like you can set the tension
Yeah, oh, yeah,
on the
Yeah.
right side, and then
yeah,
if you're not very strong on your left side, you can do
yeah.
it that way. So
And then it calculate mileage and all that stuff and how far you're actually like if you're pushing or anything like that. But the resistance coming, you can set the resistance coming back, and that's what helps with your shoulders, going backwards like and all that. So it's a good piece of equipment to have or use. You don't need to use all the other stuff. That one really does a good job.
yeah. Thanks, Olivia. You're so sweet for the blunders we had today. I appreciate it. Hopefully, you're getting something. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. And everybody in the chat, definitely giving us some good ideas, especially you, Rob. And last but not least, when we're talking about exercise, I'll let you do this one, Paul, real quick.
Oh, the Mac things. It's pretty cool. It's not necessarily set up for wheelchairs, but it works well. So think of it as a basically like a pulley machine. You can set the tension, mount it to a wall if you want. Max Pro maxprofitness.com is the website. Max Pro Fitness, and I see they have a new one out too. It's a smaller one that's only that one's double. So you got two pulley systems. They've got a one that's just a single pulley system too. They also make a bracket to mount on the wall if you want. That is strapped to the door. I think the straps to make it strapped to the door come with the machine. Um, I first found it a number of years ago. It was like a Kickstarter thing, but it still seems to be going. Um, I think it's a pretty decent thing. I've never actually used one, but they look like a very
Yeah.
useful
Yep. Yep.
You
idea.
have something like it, though, that's not made anymore, right?
What's that?
You own something that's similar.
Yeah. So you can't really see it behind me. It's called a whipper, which is a single unit, same idea. With the whipper, you can't set the tension, but I've got it set up so it can be a ski erg, which works really well for us, and also a rower. It was designed by a fellow that wanted you can set it up for using like a paddleboard. You can set it up for kayak. It's kind of a multi-purpose thing. I got a frame made for mine from my neighbor. I don't know if I turn my screen, you can see it there. So it's just this little box here, and it works. It works pretty slick. Again, that was a Kickstarter that started during the pandemic, and because of the pandemic and shipping costs, he was getting them made in China. It he just couldn't keep it going. Unfortunately, it's really well designed. Like I love it. It wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
It was for what it does.
Well, with that, everyone, thank you so much for bearing with us. I don't know how I did that. but
Great job, Bobby.
did
You
it.
did an awesome
I,
Hey, we survived the show, and Chad's making it all the way through.
That's right.
he's fighting his. He's like, oh,
Yeah, and I see him, and it looks like those eyes are getting heavy.
getting a little glossy over there. It looks like Rob, you're in the lead for a Kushpak. I'm going to be reviewing these. Also, if you're watching this after and want to put in a review uh, in our chat under after the show is finished and give us your products, I will include those. So give us as many as you can, and we'll get a Kushpak out to you soon. All right. Thanks everybody for chiming in. You guys have been awesome. Derek just
Yeah,
came.
lots of stuff in the chat today.
So
Lots of good stuff in the chat.
you guys are awesome out there. So I appreciate it. Any last words, fellas?
No, there's just a lot of stuff out there that may work for you, may not, but it's out there available. So you just got to look out there, and you'll find something that might be useful for you.
Oh, Leon, he asked about how much the Vitaglide is. It's not cheap. That's the only thing about this home machine. If you wanted it at home, it's something that you might have to get a grant because I think the last time I looked into it was like $3,000.
Yeah.
And they used to make a cheaper one without all those bells and whistles. And
Yeah.
they stopped making it. And I think the reason why it was because it wasn't independent like that one shows. And as it was on the spinner with cable, that cable would start fringing after a while.
Yeah, no, because the one that I use is pretty nice, but they're a pretty big unit. You got to have room if you're going to have one at your home. You got to have some room for it because it's a big unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, that and I don't have the sponsor label up, so want to thank our sponsors, Mobility Professionals and Mobility Pros. You can see our other shows to check them out. But Mobility Professionals here in the Southern California area, you can get your mobility needs and DMEs through them. And if you're in the greater other states out there and looking to find a new vendor, check out Mobility Pros. Give them a call. You can look them up on the internet, and they'll be happy to see if they take your insurance.
Yeah, mobility professionals and urology professionals. You said
Urology.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I'm doing is staring at my big, bald, shiny head.
The centerpiece. You're the centerpiece of the screen for us today.
Yeah. Yeah. John, I'm going to have you do this from now on. So. All right, everybody. Take care.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Yeah, lift the roll.